o'clock, April 23rd, 2019, call the meeting to order. Item number 1 is minutes of April 10.
Make a motion to accept the minutes of April 10th.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 4-0. Number 2 is the warrants.
Make a motion to sign warrants. Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 4-0. Financials.
Make a motion to accept finance.
Accept. Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 4-0. Department heads. Larry?
Working on the back road that we can, I still hold it pretty good. We had one at 3-point culvert, so I think we usually try to wash it out as it goes. Unplugged, we got the washout fixed. Went around, put up some new road signs today. We got 911 system. And the sewer, we got a lot of water coming in. The pumps up on Madison Street, they run 16 hours from last week until first thing this morning, and today they run 4.5 hours. And there was a big gush of water that was coming in. And I called David's Electric, there was one pump would shut off and the other one would just keep running, and they're supposed to stay running. But so we figured there was something wrong. We come up and checked it all out. He said it was such a flow of water that it got heated up or something, and he did everything he could to get it to do it again, do it. And when we was up there at 2 o'clock, there was just a trickle of water coming in. And this morning, there was coming that fire out of the pipe, 2 inches steady. And they had pumps on it, but when the pump would kick on, it would get gushing down the floor through, hit the other side of the pump station. So we started lifting manholes and we narrowed down to where that water's coming in. And up on Route 16, we got a big flow of water coming in up there. And we lifted all the manholes up through there, and it's up to the further end of the line. So I talked to Danny and I called Ted Berry, and they're going to try to be here Thursday morning first thing and camera that line, and the line up on Route 16, and so we can see where the water problem, where it is. And the one on 16, that last manhole half there, there's only two houses, and then the old mill that's up there. So one of them is going to be putting some water in. We can't push that one that fast. I called today. We'll talk to the guy that's looking at meters to see if they had any type of fiberglass rod or condition. Stat camera, who's going to look around. It's an out-of-state agency. But Maine Water Works, and we can give you the numbers. So. And he's supposed to send me some information on meters. Put temporarily in the sewer lines in the manhole itself. So we can take actually the flow to see exactly how much there. If they don't want to disconnect it, fix it, see how much water they're putting in. And a set rating right there, you know, however. And now that everything's going up, shit was correct. Got sweeping in town streets. Well, the only reason I did it is because it was so much sand in the streets when the sun came out, dried up, and it would get dusty, so we just swept the center out and let the people, give them a chance to get their leaves and stuff, and we'll come back and pick the edges up. Those people and keep driving in the dust.
Questions for the road commissioner? Thank you. Chief?
We're going on March. We're going to March, so far we had over here on March Street. As everybody knows, it's a fatality. And they moved, it was accidental, something to do with the wiring down the basement. And I know where the car owners are at, so hopefully we can get it taken care of. But I got really nothing going on. knock on wood.
Any questions for the chief? Thank you, Amy.
Yep, the school validation budget meeting will be 6 o'clock at the high school on Thursday. So we'll get to go vote on that validation meeting, we should go. MMA is coming here on Thursday to go over this building with me. They're doing the inspection just like they did a few years ago. And then they're going to review the pump stations and the windmill. They want to go in that windmill. So I'll be going up with MMA to do that on Thursday. I do have a list of foreclosed properties, not ready to put them out to bid yet. There's some that still have some banks involved, and there's some that I've been dealing with family members, and some I've been dealing with DHS. There was one that we foreclosed on Emden Pond Road, but there's a $110,000 main care bill attached to that piece of property. So I'm dealing with them on what's going to happen with that. The homeowner does not want, the heir does not want to purchase it back because of that. So we'll be dealing with that shortly.
Did he trump in?
We trumped them, but I believe you need to let whoever's purchasing it know of that huge lien. I'm working with DHS though to see if they're gonna release it or
So
not.
us they can control this mistake of sin.
Not on that main care lien. If they decide to close it, then they can. They said they may be sending someone up to review the property with me. Once they see it, they'll probably see that it's not worth, they're never gonna get that money for it. So then we can go from there. But that one, I'm not ready to put out yet. We own a lot of Madison Street. And the foreclosures are now in place as of yesterday. So we will be putting those out to bid. We own the big yellow house. We own the little blue house. And we own one kind of down over the hill there. Next to the one that's burnt down. That's bank owned, yeah. Artie is gonna go out sometime this week and put a few for sale signs out. Not of those ones yet. And once we do that, then we'll see if they come in, and then if not, they'll go out to bid probably for the next meeting. So that, we should have the bids by the next meeting on those ones. We did foreclose on the Bloom property as of Monday. I'm going down to the probate court tomorrow to meet with them, to show them that we have now foreclosed, and I guess we will see what that entails. There is a hearing on May 8th that I'll also go to for the executors. I believe I need to serve them a little 21-day notice to give them a chance to get the personal property out if they choose to do so. Legally, I'm not sure they can because they're not named executor yet. So we'll see what that entails. Probate court will guide me through that tomorrow. I did meet with a North Anson resident that had concern on the CMP corridor today. I did give her a copy of a blank petition if she chooses to circulate it. So just wanted to let you know that. Dale Clark emailed me a couple times last week. The first email was want to know when the town was going to pay this $18,700 bill. I told them that it was not voted on at town meeting to pay it. He then wanted a copy of the warrant, so I sent him over a copy of the warrant. He wanted to know why it said $14,000 on it, and I told him, well, that's what the 2019 said on it. And the 47 was 2018 services, and have not heard back from him at this point. So we'll see where. I did suggest that the boards could get together and have another meeting if they wanted to discuss the bill, and I have not heard anything back on that. So I guess we'll be.
Short discussion.
Yep, sure it will be. I'm going to be walking that property over where the horses are, but I'm waiting for that to dry out because it is a mud fest. I did call Peter Dow, I did talk to Artie. I'm not even sure if we could get to the pins at this point.
I see one of them, I think, today when I went by.
Right, so we can walk it with them and show them where the line is and see where we go from there, but it is so muddy. I don't know.
Just looking at it, we might not find the other one. We move about 2 feet up, okay?
Okay. So, and Peter Dow's pretty familiar with it too, so he's a good resource to bring in to show us exactly what he thinks. We have the map and everything.
Yeah, I got all those right. Look, just looking at it, looks like it's regular filings.
So we'll be dealing with that and waiting for it to dry out a little more. I did call Peter Dow and tell him, you know, we have not forgot about it, to please tell the residents around the pond that we are still doing it, we just need it to dry out a little more before we take any other action on that. And like Stacy said, we did own the property that Mr. Dooley was in, and I've met with the family, and they most likely are not doing anything with the house at this point. They don't.
So they haven't said what we're here yet?
They were going in to get their personal items out. I told them to take their time, there was no rush at this point, and they should get back to me by the end of the week. Did talk to the fire chief about burning it down. We'll have the highway crew come in and knock it down, and then have the fire department go in and burn it in the foundation. So it'll be cheaper for the town to dispose of the house at that point. And then we could put that one out to bid at that point. So that one won't go until we get the house down on that one. The lady up across the post office, I actually tracked her down in New Hampshire finally, thanks to the fire marshal, gave me actually a contact for her.
Aaron has it on
Oh, didn't know that. Well, the number we had been disconnected. So I got hold of her. She is tearing the house down this summer. She did call Leo back the next day. She's going to put a modular in. So she said the house will be down probably by the end of July. So that one should be taken care of. And the water district had called, was it last week? You guys fixed the
hydrant.
hydrant out by the school.
Front of CCS.
Yes, yep,
So
so,
that's functional now.
yep.
And next week we'll be replacing the hydrant at the end of Buswell Street. This one broke off since last year, but we'll be replacing that right off.
Okay. And that's all I have.
Question. The water on the Dooley house, is that shut off?
Yes, I had it shut off that day. It was Stacy's.
Any other questions? Number 5, selectmen concerns. There's a full board ambulance meeting tomorrow night, but Angela can't make it. If Jim's out of town, and
Where is it?
here,
Here?
yeah,
What time?
6 o'clock.
Am I off?
Within 3 people.
Here. Sure. What time for me?
And I'll remind you too.
Yeah,
I think I'm off. I'm off, right? Are you off?
Yeah.
anything else?
Okay.
Public session?
Wanted to come to a meeting and introduce myself for those that haven't met me and allow everybody to put a name with the face with the name, I guess, and a name with the face at the same time. What I want to pass out to you is what the water district has in the plans for a project in the upcoming year. And give the town a heads up on what we're doing and where the money's going. So this packet was put together by Jericho Engineering, and basically it did an assessment for us to help with the application process for federal funding. We're looking to replace the water transmission main of the intake that comes from Hancock Pond down to our treatment plant. On page 2 gives an overview map of that. This is up on the West Shore Road of Emden Pond. And at the base of that blue line is where our treatment plant is, with an access road that comes out to the West Shore Road from there. So this entire project's going to be in the woods and wetland area. It won't be in any public way or visible by means of that nature. But the pipe was put in the late 40s and has leaded joints to it. Some of the pipe is exposed at the top of the ground or just with leaf cover. We've had a couple of breaks on that pipe over the course of the 20 years that I've been there. And our main concern with this pipe is its remoteness. And if we were to have an issue with that pipe, the length of time it would actually take to get in there and repair this thing, which supplies the entire system from Emden, North Anson, and Madison. We're looking at $3.5 million for this project, and we're applying to the USDA to see what kind of percentage we could qualify for grant money of that $3.5 million. Right now, we're in the preliminary stage where we're doing a lot of geological study up there on the wetland area. This is Army Corps of Engineers and U.S. Inland Fisheries that are, we have to have all the ducks in a row with those agencies before they'll let us get up in there and disturb any of the natural wetland area. The upper portion of this pipe is, the first quarter of it, we'll say, is what's mostly in the wetland area. And in that area, we're going to use a pipe bursting technique where they pull basically a wedge-shaped splitter through the pipe with a cable, and that will expand the old pipe and burst it out to a larger diameter hole. And right behind that, we're going to pull in a 22-inch in place of the 16-inch plastic high-density polyethylene pipe, which is more flexible and more durable as far over time goes, and won't have any buildup on the interior of it as far as barnacles or mineral deposits. So in the course of doing that, there'll be minimal disturbance to the wetland area versus over-trenching the entire run of it. And as you look through here, we currently, due to beaver population, some of the trench that the original pipe was put in is now flooded over and underwater. So it's very inaccessible for us to even monitor on what's happening with that pipe. So that was our course of action. The last page shows 3 options that we had to look at. Army Corps of Engineers and Inland Fisheries and the DEP want you to come up with 3 kinds of possibilities and see which one is going to be less detrimental to the environment or an impact for the environment. So we did come up with 3 options, but the 2 other options would entail having to install a pump at the intake at the pond, because we'll be going uphill in grade from there. So we would have to install a pump with 3-phase power down there, backup generator, that type of thing. And the access road in the wintertime is not really that accessible. So we would have that as another challenge for us. Given with that, they opted to allow us to get permits to replace the pipe in the existing place it is, and that's why we're going to use the pipe bursting technique and put the new pipe right in the same place as the old pipe is, rather than have to go out around and avoid the wetland area. We'll be spending all of 2019 doing studies up there to get our permits in a row, and so we're planning on hoping for a bid and start of construction in 2020 and be done at the end of 2020. And so therefore, at the end of 2020, we're probably looking at a rate increase of 10% or less. We haven't run those numbers, and that's going to depend on how much grant money we qualify for versus loan money, but So we're looking at that in a year from now.
How far is it?
It is 1,800 feet, I would say, close to 1.5 miles. 8,200, yeah, sorry. I knew there was an 8 man. 8,200 feet. The length of that.
So would the rate increase be in 2020 or would it be in 2021?
It would take effect in 2020, and it would be in the amount that we would need to cover the loan portion payment, and that would give us 1 year to collect that money in order to have it, collected in by the time the payment is due. The first payment would be due in 2021.
So the next budget season, you would have an amount for us?
Yeah.
And I see you're giving a tour?
Yes, it started with some of our board of trustees, that some that have even been there for a while have never seen the treatment plant and don't kind of know even how to get there. So it's like you ought to, see what you're dealing with. And as in here, most people see is these 4 walls, and you just kind of get that assumption that this is all it really pertains to, when it pertains to a lot more out and around. So I met with Anson Selectmen last week, and they, 4 or 5 of the people attending showed some interest in it as well. So I guess what we were going to have is just a monthly meeting up there and invite selectmen and other townspeople to attend that. It's going to kind of turn into more of a tour of the facility, so it'll be kind of general around for everybody, not just the trustees of our board. So anybody's welcome to attend that if they would like. And we'll be having our monthly meeting right after that from 6 o'clock on in the same building. But there's a chance to, learn how the process works on filtration and treatment of the drinking water, and see where the money goes.
Okay, any other questions? Thank you.